What an absolutely spectacular January. Yeah, well, at least most of it. How's the new year going so far? All right? Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. So, right. I told you not to call me at the office. Okay, yes, yeah. Hi. Season 7, episode 2. Duh. That's about as much French as I do. Of Niagara 411 Live with Lee Sterry for this January the 14th. Who'd have thunk this would be January the 14th? Nice. We are brought to you by Grantham Home Hardware, supported by Niagara Parks Commission, Vera Wellness, as well as Ace Alignment and Verge Insurance, powered by the one and only ultimate Canada's streaming company, WeeStream. And we are right here at the lovely Fiddler's Poorhouse, 149 St. Paul Street in downtown St. Catharines on this gorgeous Wednesday afternoon. Here are your specialities for today. If you want to come in and join us for a bite or a pint or whatever you would like to do. And we'll get this season 7, episode 2 underway. Come on in. I could actually stand out here for a long time, unlike the last few weeks where it's been pretty cold. We have another cold snap, though, coming to Niagara. So, there's going to be frost on your pumpkin over the next little while. There are a couple of pretty, this is going to be kind of a punny comment if you stay with the program. Cool events. See what I did there? Cool. Yeah, if you have to explain it, it's not very good, so sorry about that. Coming up, and we're going to be talking with folks that are organizing these things over the next couple of weeks here as well. We'll update you on a couple of things we've been talking about over the last few weeks, and it's just nice to be back with you and kind of back in the saddle and in the old routine for 2026. And if you hang in there, we'll join you and bring you up to date with stuff in about 30 seconds. Thanks. Yeah, that would be me. Hey, welcome to the program again after our little 30-second hiatus. Want to start this off with, there's nothing more indicative of Niagara, that's the way I wanted to put it, than this video. So we're going to start right off the bat. Well, I have no more words. Kevin, here we go. Here's this kid.
I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but Niagara Falls is basically unusable at its current state. The water just falls constantly with no control, creating dangerous mist and deafening noise. There's limited viewing platforms, slippery rocks everywhere, and the rainbow effect is unreliable. Millions visit, but half of them get soaked and disappointed. So I propose a solution. We dam the falls completely, drain the river, and replace it with a massive LED waterfall projection on a curved screen. Now with adjustable flow rates, colored lighting, and hourly laser shows set to music. Plus a zipline gift shop at the bottom for souvenirs made with durable. Let me know what you guys think. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but Niagara Falls is basically unusable at its current state.
Niagara Falls is basically unusable in its
creating dangerous mist and deafening noise. There's limited viewing platforms, slippery rocks everywhere, and the rainbow effect is unreliable. Millions visit, but half of them get soaked and disappointed. So I propose a solution. We dam the falls completely, drain the river, and replace it with a massive LED waterfall projection on a curved screen. Now with adjustable flow rates, colored lighting, and hourly laser shows set to music. Plus a zipline gift shop at the bottom for souvenirs made with durable. You know what you guys think.
I can't stop.
All right, one more time, Lee. One more time. I love this take.
The water just falls constantly with no control, creating dangerous mist and deafening noise. There's limited viewing platforms, slippery rocks everywhere, and the rainbow effect is unreliable. Millions visit, but half of them get soaked and disappointed. So I propose a solution. We dam the falls completely, drain the river, and replace it with a massive LED waterfall projection on a curved screen. Now with adjustable flow rates, colored lighting, and hourly laser shows set to music. Plus a zipline gift shop at the bottom for souvenirs made with durable. Let me know what you guys think.
Is that not spectacular? That is. Do we know who this kid is?
No, I don't know. Here we go. Durable Taylor.
Durable Taylor.
Here, I'll pull him up. I think he's just trying to be one of those guys, right? Trying to be a YouTuber.
Oh, well, he should be.
Looks like that's what he does. I don't know. Is it all? Should I just random here? Should I just click on something?
Why not?
See what else he does.
Can somebody please tell me why the northern lights are still running on this ancient system? They only appear at night in freezing cold conditions, and only during certain seasons. The colors are unpredictable, there's no sound, so I propose a solution. We install permanent LED panels across the Arctic sky, on giant tethered drones, that are programmed to project vibrant auroras 24/7. Now with customizable colors, synchronized music, and sponsored light shows from brands like Coca-Cola, tourists can enjoy it from heated indoor viewing lounges with Wi-Fi. This is 2026, everyone. Let me know what you guys think. Can somebody please...
That's a good one.
Oh, it's awesome.
That's a good. Here, we'll try another one.
Do another one.
All right, let's see what he says here.
I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but Japan's cherry blossom season is completely inefficient. The trees only bloom for about 2 weeks per year, causing massive overcrowding and tourism chaos. Then the petals fall off, create a mess on the ground, and the trees look dead for the rest of the year. Tourists who visit at the wrong time see nothing. It's honestly a waste. So I propose a solution. We cut down all of the cherry trees and replace them with artificial ones that bloom all year and never drop petals. These trees are also equipped with USB charging ports and built-in air fresheners for visitor convenience. Now tourists can enjoy cherry blossoms 365 days a year while staying connected. And thanks to technology, I built a website to fund this project in 30 seconds. Let me know what you guys think.
He's not wrong.
I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but Japan's...
What is it? What is his handle again?
Durable Taylor.
Durable Taylor. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
These northern lights. This is not efficient at all.
It's not efficient.
Always at night, always in the freezing cold.
They're inconsistent. But that is that not the epitome of 2026 satire? Like, we must control everything. Everything must be measurable and controllable and predictable. We can't have this erratic kind of Mother Nature stuff going on. That's amazing. Niagara Falls is unusable in its current state.
Everybody gets wet and leaves unhappy.
Yeah, everybody leaves. Yeah, everybody that's wet and is disappointed. Oh my God, that is so hilarious. Play the Niagara one again, Kevin. You got to play it again.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Sorry, I kind of moved off him, but I'll get back there.
I'm sorry, but Durable Taylor. This guy is just. You can't stop watching this guy. If you, I know we're making him an overnight star. Okay, start that again.
And deafening noise. There's limited viewing platforms, slippery rocks everywhere, and the rainbow effect is unreliable. Millions visit, but half of them get soaked and disappointed. So I propose a solution. We dam the falls completely, drain the river, and replace it with a massive LED waterfall projection on a curved screen. Now with adjustable flow rates, colored lighting, and hourly laser shows set to music. Plus a zipline gift shop at the bottom for souvenirs made with durable. Let me know what you guys think.
I don't think I can go on after that.
Guy's good.
How do you follow that act? Niagara Falls unusable in its current.
I just hope that nobody like Mayor Diodati's not watching this and going, you know what, that kid's onto something.
Well, if you really dig deeper into his messages, he's not wrong. Because you want tourists, they want predictable stuff. They want to see what they're supposed to see, and we don't want to leave things up to chance. Mother Nature's unpredictable. Let's take control of this thing.
Imagine going to Yellowstone and, Old Faithful's not going off, staring at a geyser. That's what we need to do is have these every hour on the hour, just like the Bellagio, right? That's what we need to do with our geysers now.
Yeah. Oh, my God. That is probably the most creatively, intelligently funny thing I have seen in ages. I can't stop wanting to.
I want to see more of his stuff, more of his work. He's quite clever.
Oh, quite clever.
These northern lights,
I
not
think,
feasible.
I think quite clever is kind of underselling it.
Yeah, no,
he's
very tongue-in-cheek. It's pretty good, pretty good.
Okay, let's do, before we get into something else, for those of you that are joining us today, let's do a little bit of a refresh here, okay? If you're watching us, well, which you would be if you're not watching us, it doesn't matter. But anyway, there we are. Go to Facebook, refresh your Facebook feed with our show on it. Why is my computer doing goofy things? Here, let's do this again. All right. Okay. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Then, holy cow! Share. Just if you don't mind, Kevin. My computer's going absolutely nuts.
That's all right. I got it on the screen.
Anyway, look
here.
at the Niagara 411 feed. Hit share if you would, please, and then share now. Okay, and then there we are. Appreciate it, because what it does is it helps us increase geometrically our contact platforms across Niagara and around the world. Even though we realize that Niagara Falls now is unusable in its current state. Wow. Okay.
You want to go to this live feed that we have of downtown that we don't know why?
Yeah, let's do that. It's a downtown St. Catharines Street stream for some bizarre. Anyway, here.
So I don't get it. This is the channel, the Open Floor.
The Open Floor.
I mean, the guy's got 724 subscribers. He's asking for donate, and I don't know what it is.
No.
Other than, if you see here, so here's his live videos, and he's got live street view of downtown St. Catharines.
Yeah. And it's updated, every day?
Every day.
And so there it is. So that, to give you a little bit of perspective, this is, see where that black truck is coming from? That's like out of Church Street. So, and Niagara is the one that curves into Church Street, right, Kevin?
Yes.
Yeah. And then Church Street ends up at Geneva Street, and then you go down St. Paul, etc. But this is it. There is no discernible reason as to why he is streaming that intersection.
I have no idea.
We have no idea.
So that's where it is, Lee. I mean, to give people an idea of the region.
And he says, if you see on there, if you read it, it says, the Open Floor, I'm so close to reaching my next goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Okay, so this is what we're watching.
Yeah, this is it right here, right? There's
That's
the
it.
intersection. That's the street we're looking down.
Who subscribes to watch one intersection in downtown St. Catharines where absolutely nothing is happening? And hardly anything ever happens, except what you're looking at, traffic.
Yeah, so that's it right there.
That's it. Wow, what an entertaining and gripping piece of entertainment.
Who's watching this?
Well, we are.
That's a good point. Traffic on the left, though, not moving very well.
Okay. And what would a show of Niagara 411 Live with Lee Sterry be without another example of the lower echelon of our society? And I am referring, ladies and germs, to porch pirates. How could you get any lower than the low of the low, that tends to ride around neighborhoods, spelunking porches and driveways and stuff to see what they can grab, and they don't even know what they're grabbing, and take stuff from other people, their fellow citizens. And here's the first example for this week's edition of Porch Pirates. Pickup truck pulls up. She needs to pull her pants up a little bit. Then she goes back, and there's obviously somebody else driving the vehicle because she opens the door, gets into the passenger side.
Whoop, sorry about that.
Holy cow. And off she goes. Just, if you don't mind.
Oh, whoops. Playing ourselves there.
We're playing ourselves?
Yeah, we were there for a second.
Oh, well.
Yeah, so that
Somebody
was
has to.
Porch Pirate. And Lee, if you saw the timestamp on that, was 3:44 in the afternoon.
In the middle of the day.
Middle of the day.
Yeah. So that was Porch Pirate number 1. And we have a Porch Pirate number 2, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up.
So here's this one.
Oh, yeah, here's a goodie. An oldie but a goodie. A little bit of convex camera there. Ooh, yeah, let's hide my face. Because, oh, look at that. I trotted away with some. And the thing is, Kevin, these people are taking stuff and they have no idea what it is.
That's what's so weird about the Porch Pirate phenomenon.
What are you taking?
What are you getting?
Oh, look, honey, I got a pound of children's underwear. Look at that. What do we... What? Wait. Oh, my God.
Now, I don't know. I don't know what compels people to do that because it's a mystery bag.
Are you really that poor? Are you that needy? If you're really that hard done by, I think there are other avenues. That's a pretty good-looking parka that she's wearing.
Oh, that was in the previous package, Lee.
What?
She stole that off somebody else.
Yeah.
Lucky it fit.
Look.
Yeah, just scamper away.
It just.
And the funny thing is they know that everybody has security cameras and ring cams and what have you. So they know you're on camera, but yet they still do it. Like, whatever. I'm a porch pirate.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. Now, another thing that cropped up is something that occurred in a part of Niagara Falls, and the name of the area. I don't know whether it's a nickname or whether at some point in time it was actually officially known as this. I don't know the history of Silvertown. However, this is something that brought this word up. And here's the incident. NRPS incident 143-213. Scroll down there for. Oh, this is a missing person.
Yeah, it's the missing person.
That's the wrong one.
No, this is the story that.
This is the story.
Leads us to the Silvertown discussion.
Yeah. Okay. So I was just getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, no problem.
The investigation. This is an update. Okay. So this investigation has been going on for a while. Has been turned over to the NRPS. Lewis lives a transient lifestyle, meaning he's rather homeless, and detectives are concerned about his well-being. Lewis is described as follows: male, white, 5'6", 160, neck length, straight dark hair, brown eyes, kind of a funky beard. Detectives are asking for anyone who knows Lewis or knows where he may be to contact them at blah, blah, blah. Members of the public who wish to provide information anonymously are encouraged to contact Crime Stoppers of Niagara. Okay.
And then, Lee, as you scroll down and look into the comments, right, eventually you come across this.
Yeah.
And this was new to me.
And this is from Chris Rouse that put this up, this video.
Walking through the camps in Silvertown here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Count about 12 vehicles down here. Friday afternoon. Emergency response teams. Niagara Regional.
Yeah.
Never a dull moment in the bush camps. Well, hopefully they're okay and they're found safe.
Now, see, you heard him say Silvertown.
A few cops down here in Silvertown.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had the question, Lee, as to where is Silvertown?
And people would often say, where the heck is Silvertown? What is Silvertown? Okay, well.
So can you help me here?
Yeah, I can. Generally, Silvertown, and I'm being very general, is the area where Victoria Avenue in Niagara Falls meets the Niagara Parkway. You'll know that Niagara Helicopters operates out of there.
Okay. So
the Wolf Lodge is kind of in the area, but this is back in a little further, like he says, in the bush.
So that's Victoria. So you're telling me up here.
Yeah, generally.
Victoria. Okay, so there's the Great Wolf Lodge area.
Yeah.
There's the helicopters.
Yeah. So generally, Silvertown.
So is it this area?
Is an area of Niagara Falls.
There it is, right there. It says it on the map.
In that area, Silvertown.
I didn't know that. I had no idea.
Almost nobody knows that. But it's been an age-old term for that area.
Google does.
Forever. Well, obviously Google does. Well, Google knows everything. Be careful.
And then what? You got La Coco's right there. So La Coco's is a mainstay in Silvertown.
There you go.
If I wanted to be local to Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
very cool, Lee.
That's Silvertown.
Very cool.
Okay. We have a gentleman coming up in just a minute who is a board member of Friends of Short Hills Park, and we're going to find out exactly what that is in a minute. First of all, I want to run down quickly and thank once again our keynote sponsor of Grantham Home Hardware, locally owned, genuinely Canadian, standing by us as our primary sponsor once again for 2026 in this season 7. Niagara Parks Commission, Vera Wellness, Ace Alignment, Verge Insurance Group. We'll talk more about those folks as we plow our way through this program. So Brad Demers is, as I said, board member of the Friends of Short Hills Park. He joins us today. They've got an event coming up we're going to talk about. But first of all, I want to find out what the Friends of Short Hills Park actually is. Short Hills is on everybody's lips many times over the course because Short Hills is a park of focus for a lot of different reasons around Niagara. Brad, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey, not bad. Thanks. Thanks very much for having me.
Hey, happy to have you here so that we can learn a little bit more about not only you, but your organization. Tell us about the Friends of Short Hills Park.
Yeah, thanks. So the Friends of Short Hills Park, it's a community-based organization, and it's dedicated to preserving the cultural and natural integrity of Short Hills Provincial Park through liaison with Ontario Parks, volunteer work, public education, and fundraising activities. And the public education and fundraising are one of the things that I concern myself with the most during my duties with Friends of Short Hills.
So, as you say, it's a provincial park. I'm assuming, has some sort of provincial funding. Am I correct?
The park itself does, yeah. We, as the Friends of Short Hills Park, we don't have funding. We're entirely driven by donations and membership. But the park itself does, yeah. Like, it's actually Ontario's smallest operating provincial park. Ontario's smallest provincial park. It's a non-operating park, which means it's different than like Algonquin Provincial Park in that there aren't any, there's no camping in the park.
Right.
It's limited day use activities like hiking and cycling.
Yeah, it's an environmentally protected wilderness area of Niagara, basically. There's no development in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, tell us about this event that you've got coming up on January the 18th, I believe. It's a Sunday, and it's a birding event, right?
Yeah, that's right, exactly. So I actually lead monthly bird walks in the park. It's usually about the middle of the month.
Yeah.
On every Sunday, it falls close to the middle. And I just get a small group of people, and we start at the Pelham Road parking lot entrance to Short Hills, and we find what we can see. So, like, at any given time of the year, there's dozens and dozens of different kinds of birds in the park. Sometimes we get people who show up and they want to see a specific bird. For instance, we have people that show up and they want to see a bluebird because they don't see bluebirds anywhere else.
Okay.
But yeah, so if that's the case, then I go to an area of the park that I know well that might have bluebirds or whatever other kinds of birds people might want to see. And the goal is just to educate people about the birds that are in the park and hopefully get some people crossing some lifers off their list, birds they've never seen before.
Now, this is a pastime, a pursuit, a hobby that is huge around the world. People I know travel thousands and thousands of kilometers or miles to try to see a bird that they've never seen or identified before. I don't myself, I don't get it, but I do know that it's a big thing. Where did your interest start in doing this?
Actually, my parents used to take me to Algonquin Park a lot when I was younger.
Yeah.
And they have an interpretive program at the park that offers the same kind of thing, these guided trails. Yeah. And I enjoyed them so much. And I really like sharing my knowledge of nature and helping other people experience the same kinds of things that I got to when I was younger. And it just felt like a natural fit for me working at volunteering at the park and leading these, because I really like to share that information with people. And it is such a great pastime. It's cheap, unless you do a lot of traveling. You don't really need much gear. And I find it really...
It's fairly simple. It's only as complicated as you want to make it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Kevin put a list of birds up there just a second ago that you might be able to see. Carolina wren, eastern bluebird, American robin, song sparrow, dark-eyed. Now, are these birds that are on that list from your site that we were looking at, are they available to see in the wintertime, like now?
Yeah, most of them. Carolina wren in particular, we've got pretty much year round.
Are they the little ones?
Yeah, they're pretty small. I like to call them a pocket car alarm because even though they're small, they're very, very loud. they're very, very loud, but they can be hard to see. So some of the birds that are a little bit easier to see, like bluebirds.
Yeah.
Bluebirds are shy, but like they stand out quite a bit more, especially when it's.
So on these hikes on these hikes for somebody that's never done this before and would like to do this, do you sort of, because for the uninitiated, you could walk by a tree full of birds and not notice them because there's a bit of camouflage thing going on. Do you point out things along the way that you see?
Absolutely, yeah. That's the main point of the guided walk, is to try to help people to learn what to listen for or what to see. So, like especially in May, for instance, when it's the warbler migration, we teach people to look up at the sky, at the tops of the trees, because that's where the warblers are, and you can see them flitting about, catching bugs and that kind of stuff. And also, I recommend people get an app called Merlin, which is free, and that helps you with identifying bird song.
A what?
And that's
a map? Did you say?
An app, like for your phone.
Oh, an app. Okay, called Merlin. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And that helps you identify birds by song. And I've become quite good at identifying birds just by the songs that they're singing. So when we're hiking, if I catch a song, I can be like, oh, well, we know that there's a Carolina wren in that tree over there. So,
okay.
We'll look at that.
So let's talk about the event itself. And if somebody wants to go, I have so many questions I could ask you, and I intend to get there. But January the 18th, what's going to happen?
So I'll be leading two walks, the first at 7:30 in the morning and the second at 9:30. You basically just need to show up with warm layered clothing, hiking boots, binoculars if you've got them, or a camera. And there'll be a real brief introduction. I'll just talk about the park in general and the birds that we hope to see. I asked people if they've got any birds that they're hoping to see. And then I started planning the route that way, because there are some birds that are more like in the meadow areas of the park. So if somebody wants a bird that I might expect to see in a meadow, I would guide people to that location.
Right.
And then, yeah.
And I see on the website it says reserve a spot. Do you have to do that just so you know how many people are coming?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, because you don't want 40 people going. That's too many people.
Okay.
If possible, I'd like to keep the groups to about 20.
Okay. And it's free though.
Oh yeah, it's completely free. All the walks that I do are free. Yeah.
Okay. And nobody should be shy about attending, even if they've never done this before. I mean, this is for experienced birders and non-birders, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Actually, I really love when somebody shows up who says, I've never done this before. Yeah. I'm like, great. Let's get you started, because it's so much fun.
So I think I had a couple of those little wrens on my driveway today. I looked out, so I'd open the blinds of the front windows like I usually do, and right beside my car in the driveway there's little itty bitty brown birds, and I thought that's probably what those are that I'm looking at. And invariably, Brad, when I see birds in the wintertime, I think to myself, where do these little critters go, and how do they survive when it gets so cold? How do they do that?
Well, I mean, some birds, like in urban areas, they might end up hanging out around houses. If they've got a bit of a lot of birds used to hang around chimneys, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so they would be hanging out and getting warm there. But also, like, birds don't feel the cold the same way that we do.
Well, they have different blood, right?
Yeah, exactly. So they don't feel the cold quite the same way that we do. It's not as uncomfortable for them as it is for us. So, like in Short Hills, you will see robins year round.
Well, that's the other thing I was going to ask you. Is it was my understanding that robins were a sign of spring, because that's when you saw robins, when they sort of came back after the winter season. But then you see robins, so I'm confused.
Yeah, so robins tend to they gather in bigger groups during the winter, and they kind of hang out for mutual protection. Okay. And they do hang out in a place like Short Hills because there's lots of food there for them year round. Like during the summer, people think of robins as eating worms, which is true. They eat a lot of worms, but they'll eat they'll eat fruit and that kind of stuff as well, and berries. And a place like Short Hills has got, it's got lots of grape and all kinds of other berries.
Even when we have like 3 feet of snow on the ground, they can still find something to eat.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Well, that's good to know. Now, let me ask you this before I let you go. There has been a debate for years about homeowners feeding the birds. I know my mother-in-law, for example, used to go out and she'd throw crusts of bread and stuff for years and years and years, decades. She did this, and a lot of people do the same thing. Is that a good thing to do or not so much?
I think it's okay as long as you're feeding the birds good quality food. I wouldn't go with bread crusts if you can avoid it. But if you buy a good quality mix from, a grocery store or a hardware store, those tend to be better. And I know there have been some studies, and I believe birds that are frequently visit feeders, like anything you might put around your house, they will feed there, but they don't rely on it. So once that food source goes away, they have other sources that they can get.
So they won't starve.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. I find it fascinating. I remember being a member of a golf club in British Columbia, and because of the terrain and the local flora and fauna of this particular golf course, there were ornithologists at various times in their white suits and clipboards walking around taking making official records of what they saw and when and what of all the various birds that were around, and we had a lot of different species out there. I just found it amazing. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's great. There's such a huge variety, and I know a lot of people start out thinking, well, that's a bird. But once you go on a couple of these hikes, that's not a bird, that's a Carolina wren.
That's the bird.
Yeah, exactly.
That's very cool. So, Brad Demers, thank you very much for explaining what you guys do. And thank you for what you do, because I'm sure it's more of a pursuit of a passion, because you're not making a lot of money doing this, that's for sure.
None at all.
So, good luck with your event on January the 18th. Thanks for coming on, and we appreciate you drawing attention to our little feathered friends there.
Awesome. Great. Thanks so much for having me.
Cool, Brad. Thanks. I've always found that fascinating, Kevin, when you see birds in the wintertime, and I realize that their makeup is different and their biology is different than ours. I mean, I get that, but it still makes me shiver for them. Them and the squirrels running around like, oh, geez, I wouldn't want to be a squirrel today, But we see a lot of them. We're actually blessed in Niagara that we have so much greenery and so many places where there are trees and there's open territory where we can experience what wildlife is around from time to time. It's just, I think we are very, very lucky to live in an area where we do that. We can be exposed, and we can expose our kids and educators to this kind of stuff that goes on.
Yeah, I hope that we introduce these events to a lot of people, and like Brad said, he really gets thrilled when people come out for the very first time.
I've never done it before, yeah.
I mean, what a way to get in a nice hike too, right? And enjoy some of the beautiful scenery around Niagara. Never been to the Short Hills? Well, let Brad bring you on a tour.
Absolutely.
And he'll show you what the birds are.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I think I could do that.
And I mean, a lot of people have never been through Short Hills, and it's been there's so much press or media coverage, I guess, that Short Hills gets that's kind of on the negative side sometimes. Like you get the deer hunt thing and those kinds of things that happen. And you can be on one side or the other of that debate. It's neither here nor there. It's just the fact that it's nice to be able to see all of the different things that park has to offer. And this is just one of those very cool things that we get a chance to do. That's awesome.
Lee, speaking of Short Hills.
Yes, sir.
There was another story that came across on New Year's Day that Nick published that happened in the Short Hills.
Okay.
And you and I think, have some questions on this one.
Yes, this is the one that you're talking about. Okay, so this was one of those feel-good, mystical, almost mythical, maybe it is mythical, or delusional or I don't know situations. So this fellow is in the park.
Yeah, his name's George. That's all we know.
George is in the park. So here's the story. On Christmas Eve, I went into Short Hills Park just after 9 p.m. My intentions were to go to Swayze Falls, walk over the edge. In other words, he was done with his life. I felt like there was absolutely no one nor anything to keep going for. Pretty dark. I had started to climb the chain link fence and someone called out, "Please don't. Think how far you've come and everything you've survived." And those words made me climb back down. There was a young woman sitting on a horse with really big ears. I'm assuming it was the horse that had big ears and not the woman. She smiled. Sorry, that's my ridiculous sense of humor. She smiled at me and held out a thermos. It had hot chocolate in it. She listened to me cry for half an hour. Then she walked me back to my car. She got back on her horse and said one last thing to me. "You matter. You truly do. And the world is a better place with you in it." Next page, Kev. And when you get the chance, tell somebody else they matter. Your words could change someone's life. She started to ride back into the park, and I asked her for her name. She just waved and smiled at me, calling out, "I'm just the crazy mule lady of Pelham." I still have her thermos, and I'm still here because of her. Maybe if you post my letter, someone will know how I can find her to thank her. I have a 3-word question. Real or imagined? I don't know. It sounds a little phantasmatical to me. I know that's not a word, I made it up.
No, it does. It does. And I'm not going to leave you to be the only one out there saying,
I don't know.
First time I read this, second time, and third and fourth time I read this, I said, I don't know.
How's the mushroom crop coming?
Yeah.
I
mean, the crazy mule lady of Pelham?
The crazy mule lady of Pelham who rides around on a horse. Why not a mule? He said horse. Was it a mule? Maybe it was a mule.
I think it's a mule. She called herself.
Some people can't tell a mule from a horse. I personally could, but anyway, he said a lady on a horse with really big ears. So it was probably a mule because mules have rather large ears. I'm assuming it wasn't the woman that had the big ears. Of course, she might have had big ears. That's another story. But and she just happened to have, after 9 o'clock at night in Short Hills Park, a thermos. Now, I'm assuming this wasn't like Lady Godiva. I'm assuming she was clothed, or that would have added a whole different dimension to this story.
I mean, 9
Has anybody
p.m.
else, if you're out there in the world, if you're out there in Niagara, as they used to say back in the old news days, within the sound of my voice, if you're out there and you've ever heard of or seen or know someone who has seen, it's kind of like the Loch Ness Monster. Is there really a mule lady of Pelham? Do we know this person? Does someone know this person? Does she just fly down on her magically winged mule and save people from jumping off bridges? I don't know.
So, Lee, I tried to look up, right, like Mule Lady of Pelham. Crazy Mule Lady, Pelham, Mule, Short Hills, Crazy Mule Lady. Nothing.
There are.
Nothing. And when you read all the comments from the post, there's a lot of people, reaching out to George by name.
Yeah.
But I didn't see one comment that seemed to suggest that, I know the Crazy Mule Lady of Short Hills. I see her out there all the time. And then some of the stuff that you're calling into question, Lee, I don't think is necessarily offside. The timing, 9 p.m. on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's been dark now for 4 hours.
It's
been dark and cold.
Yeah.
You're walking around the Short Hills on your mule?
And
at
I've
9
known
p.m.?
I've known a lot of equestrian people in my time. I've hung around horses and horse people quite a bit, even out at the Fort Erie racetrack when I was in my teens. Spent a lot of time around horseflesh out there, and people that loved horses and raced them and did whatever, and casual riders and equestrian places. Like, it's not a world that is foreign to me, and yet I have never known any lady on Christmas Eve at 9 to 10 o'clock at night riding through a park with a thermos of hot chocolate. I'm afraid that's something I have not yet heard of.
Right, but we don't want to be the ones to just look at this and
I don't
say,
want to diss this. I don't want to, hey, George, God bless you. I'm glad if you had a moment and you were pulled back from the edge for some reason, somehow, that's wonderful. I mean, that is...
I hope he's doing okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a great story. Even if you somehow imagined it and talked yourself off the ledge. But I just want to know if we have some mule riding angel in Niagara that is just riding around doing good.
Lee, whenever these stories pop up on 411, almost inevitably in the comments, somebody identifies the Good Samaritan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know that mule.
Oh, that's Jimmy, the bus driver that did the
You
commendable
mean
thing.
the mule with the big ears? Yeah, I know that one.
The police officer that pays for somebody, and sure enough in the comments, that's Officer Smith. Thank you so much. He's such a great guy. And this one, you would think somebody, I mean, the Short Hills, right around the Short Hills, there are lots of farms around there, big equestrian area, and I live kind of in that area, Lee, and I've seen a lot
you're
of
not
people.
far from there.
I've seen people riding their horses up and down the shoulders of some of these roads in Roland and what have you. So it's not crazy to suggest that there would be somebody on horseback at the Short Hills. But on Christmas Eve at 9 o'clock, with a warm thermos of hot chocolate, like I said, I'm half. Thank God George is okay.
You don't want to. You don't want to hurt somebody's reputation or their credibility, or like you don't. As I said, if there was something happened, if there was even if it was a mind meld of some sort that saved this gentleman from taking his own life and losing sight of what could be a good future and all that stuff, all those negative vibes, if you had a way to get rid of those, wonderful. I mean, it's terrific. I just want to know if anybody has ever come in contact with this person who knows anything about the mule lady of Pelham, because it's a cool story. Grantham Home Hardware, thank you very much for being our primary sponsor of Niagara 411 Live with Lee Sterry as we head into Season 7. This is Episode 2. Locally owned, genuinely Canadian Grantham Home Hardware. You know where they are. They're right at the corner, right between Vine Street and Niagara Street off Scott, right there in that Grantham Center. And we just appreciate their support without question. Rob and Jake, thank you for sticking by us here. Vera Wellness, we're going to be bringing this young lady onto the program at some point. Sorry, I skipped by Niagara Parks. We'll get there in a second. Kevin, I just jumped ahead. This is a little bit of an inside joke. This is live, right? So, yeah. So, invariably, if we do something out of order, if there's something out of order on the screen, I kind of bust Kevin's hump about it. Oh, it's a little out of order. So now I jump ahead and I do something out of order. So I guess karma's a bitch, eh? Anyway, Vera Wellness, we're going to have this young lady on the program over the next couple of weeks. Trauma-focused care for adults ready to find safety, strength, and peace. Psychotherapy services. And this can be a tough time of year for some folks. Now, Kevin, let's rewind to Niagara Parks.
Oh, yeah, let's, Lee.
Oh, gosh. I love this. They are responsible for the 56 beautiful kilometers of Niagara property known as the Niagara Parkway and those things that are around that, including the Niagara Falls area, which obviously we found out earlier is totally dysfunctional. Niagara Falls has no useful purpose as it stands. Sorry, if you missed the beginning of the program, we might play it for you again later. But I think is the Festival of Lights still on, or is it done now?
I think that's wrapped.
It's wrapped now. But one of the things that you should try to take advantage of, because it's operational year round, is Niagara Takes Flight. Just a really, really cool attraction. Runs out of the Table Rock area along Niagara Falls. Thank you, Niagara Park Commission, for staying with us. Now we'll jump back into order and thank Ace Alignment for enjoying yet another sponsorship season with us here, specializing in, as you see, wheel alignments and brakes and suspensions and front end repairs. And Derek and Matt, they're just over here on North Street off Geneva behind the police station, into their 60th year of operation now in Niagara, and that's saying something. Verge Insurance, home, life, auto, whatever kind of insurance needs you have, the dream will always be yours, and they're here to protect those dreams. Serving Niagara since 1953. Wow. Again, some longevity of businesses in Niagara, and as we all know, running a business is not easy even in the short term, let alone for all those years. So these companies that support us have been doing something right. And which leads me to one thing before we want to move on. We have now a very rare opening for a sponsor on the program, and we would love to be able to promote your business and help support your business and grow your business if it's a good fit for Niagara, because we do this show for Niagara. It's by Niagarans in Niagara, and that's as you, I'm sure, have figured out by now, that's our focus. So we do have an opening. If you want to find out about dates and rates and what happens when you feel like supporting our show and supporting Niagara, by all means get in touch with us. All you have to do is just click on that feed and we're good to go. So, and the other logo you see up there is WeeStream. We'll have a chance to talk to Kevin about what they're doing in a bit. Now, there's another event. I mentioned at the beginning of the program that there were a couple of events that we're going to talk about today. And this one is, dare I say it, I mentioned at the beginning it was a bit of a play on words, but it's kind of cool. This one is very cool. Cold, as a matter of fact. Lovely day to dip. Cold dipping. Trish Star Viancourt and Meaghan Mulcair are joining us on the program. Ladies, you look like you've been in for a dip and out all wrapped up and cozy now.
Not yet.
No, we're going for a dip later today.
Okay, Trish, raise your hand.
And it's Tisha.
Oh, Tisha, I'm sorry. I knew that. I knew that. I accidentally put an R in there. I'm sorry, Tisha. Yeah, so Tisha's the one in the red hat, right?
Yes.
And Meaghan is the one not in the red hat.
No, just my hair in a messy,
So
just the average look.
I have to commend both of you, Tisha in particular, because we friended each other on Facebook because I knew this event was coming up. But you've done a pretty darn good job of marketing this event. I see you in the lovely day to dip stuff all over the place. You're doing a great job of promoting this thing.
Thank you. I try my best. I learned it from my mother, and now I just have to put it towards that, right?
Okay. So now tell us about it. What's going on?
So on February 22nd in Welland, we will be hosting a polar bear dip. That will be a fundraiser, and all proceeds are being donated to Beyond the Streets, a Welland organization that provides food, shelter, events, hot meals to Welland citizens. And they are like a fully funded by community-only organization, like they're not funded by the government.
Right.
So we plan to help them because they're an organization in our community that needs support right now.
There are so many of those organizations, unfortunately, because the need tends to grow when we'd like to see the need shrink, but that's not happening in the world we live in right now. So how do we participate? How do we raise funds? It's one thing to show up and take a dip in the icy cold water, but how do we make that? How do we monetize that? How do we make you money?
Yeah, exactly. So as of right now, we are asking for $15 donations for anybody that is plunging or supporting the cause.
Right.
We will have an email posted soon that will be direct donations to Beyond the Streets. So it will be a Beyond the Streets email. As of right now, we have a GoFundMe happening because at first we needed the money for insurance, for permits, and for heating tents to make sure that our fundraiser was actually going to be able to be possible.
Right.
So we've been doing our own fundraiser right now, and we had a goal of $1,500, and we're $200 away from our goal now. Yeah.
Well, hopefully we can push you beyond that. When we have the post up right now from your site that says we're looking for local sponsors. If I wanted to be a local sponsor, how do I go about doing that?
You could either just email me at lovelydatedip@gmail.com, or you can message me on Facebook, Tisha Star Valancourt, or you can message Meaghan as well.
Yeah.
And what's involved with being a sponsor?
So what's involved is you're going to be shouted out on our Facebook group, on our own profiles, and then you'll be put on our shirts. And at the event, we will be recognizing you guys as well.
Yeah, and I actually own my own business in Niagara, so I have quite a big following online. So there's a lot of visibility between the two of us and what we've already started. So yeah.
Now there are various clubs in various communities. I guess the most famous name would be a polar bear club or whatever. Are there groups around Niagara that you reach out to specifically to come to your event like that? I'm not sure how these things go.
No, so we're actually the only group in Niagara doing this. So we started a Facebook page called Lovely Day to Dip, and then we're also on Instagram and TikTok, same name. So we've been doing, Tisha has actually done a dip every day this year.
Every day?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Day 14 will be today.
Yeah.
At 4:55 o'clock.
Where do you do your dip?
I actually do it where we're planning on having the event at the Lincoln Street docks off of Lincoln Street here in Welland.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now, a normal, well-adjusted person like myself might say, why do you do that every day?
So it's beneficial many, many, many ways. I personally do it for my mental health and my anxiety. It helps me use my strategies that I use in the water in my everyday life, so I don't get it.
And what does that... I'm intrigued. I'm not trying to make fun. I'm seriously interested here. How does it do that for you?
So when you go under the cold water and you put your heart under the water for longer than 3 minutes, you experience endorphins and adrenaline, and with that, it's so intense that that is a form of experiencing therapy, where you're releasing things, and you just it's wild how it makes you feel after. So it does have a level of bringing clarity to your mind and your body.
Interesting.
It is a form of therapy for a lot of people that do cold dipping.
So would this be something similar to what the Swedes do with the saunas and then rolling in the snow kind of thing? Is it sort of
exactly.
It's a hot cold therapy what they're doing.
Yeah.
I personally just do the cold therapy, and then I warm up naturally later.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad we chatted about this because I didn't realize that there was a significant therapeutic benefit to.
Yeah, and also on that topic, like I have autoimmune condition as well as PCOS. So from cold dipping, I've cold dipped almost every day this year, and like my acne has gotten better, and like I'm not as swollen with my autoimmune. So it's like it's incredible that it has like benefits for asthma, for all sorts of things. It's
That's really cool.
really great. Yeah, and
Consistency.
And I hope that it motivates some of the folks that are watching this today to actually take a stab at this, because if they've never done it before, it might be a way for them to get a taste of what might be a health benefit to them going forward. I think that's kind of cool.
Well, in our group, I post a lot of benefits and tips and tricks and health situations, all the science to it as well in our Facebook group.
That's really that's really something. Well, thanks for this. I learned something today that I didn't know. Well, there's a lot of things I don't know, but it's always a good day when you learn something.
yeah.
So it's not just a bunch of crazies jumping in cold water to be goofy. There's something to this. It's more than that.
Yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
there is more to it, and I definitely recommend it to anybody who's struggling with like anything. Like, look into it. There are so many incredible health benefits. I think the only thing they suggest is if you actually have a heart condition,
Well, yeah.
where you're at risk for heart attack, or if you have a pacemaker, you should definitely talk to someone before doing it. But other than that, that's the only thing that you should consult a physician with. Other than that, it's really safe to do, and it feels great.
So when it comes time that you've got the event, and I don't know how many people would you expect or like to have there? Do you do like 20 or 40 or 100, or what do you think?
We want over 100 people there, so it definitely helps being here talking to you today, because like we don't want just people to dip. We want people to show up and support, take photos, post it.
Sure.
Even the people that aren't dipping can make a $15 donation, because Beyond the Streets right now, they just started their own shelter because there's such an influx of need in shelters in Welland right now.
Right.
And the colder months, like, so for them to get this kind of money from the community is like a huge help for them right now. It's something that they really need. So she even said to us yesterday that like this couldn't come at a better time for her.
So when I show up to do my dip, how do you orchestrate the dip or the event itself? What's going to happen when I'm standing by the water?
So with that, nobody has to go in, obviously, if you don't want to, but we suggest just going in and out. If you want to stay in a little bit longer, you're more than welcome to. We will be doing it in groups, so it will be smaller groups, so maybe 4 to 6 people at a time. You want to go smaller, you want to just go with a friend, you're more than welcome as well. It's going to be straight safety as well.
I was going to say, and it's obviously supervised in case, like, you're going to know if somebody is in distress for some reason.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, and we're also going to be having some safety teams as well there.
Yeah, there's all sorts of safety protocols that we have to follow with the permits and everything.
Right.
So there will be, services available in case there is an emergency. I don't know if you're familiar with the Chippewa dip.
Yep.
But they do a dip. Yep. So they always have EMS fire there. So that's like our goal as well. So like if anything ever happened to anybody, people will be right there. But this is usually really fun, exciting, good for you experience.
That's really neat. So, Tisha, when you go in on a daily basis, how long do you were talking about if you stay in more than 3 minutes, it becomes more of a therapeutic thing for someone of your experience. How long do you stay in?
I personally stay in 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes at a time every day. Yeah.
Now, is it like if you go into a pool in the summertime and initially it feels cold, but once you're in there for a bit, your body temperature adjusts and you feel just fine. Is it a similar kind of thing?
Yes.
Yeah, you go numb. So literally you experience numbness, and then when you go numb, the water ends up feeling warm. Like, so you're not experiencing the cold the same, unless it's a windy day like it was yesterday. We went dipping.
Yeah.
Then you're chilly.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, I don't know about you. Do you experience the numbness as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
I it takes a while for me to go numb, but I end up chilling in the water, breaking the ice.
February 22nd, lovely day to dip. They have a Facebook page. You can go on there and find out all the information. $15 as a donation, which these days is not a lot of money, and it goes to do a whole lot of good. So it's really nice of you ladies, Meaghan and Tisha, to come on here and chat with us, teach us something, and kudos to you for trying to support your community and do good works out there. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks.
Way to go, ladies. Have fun. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Yeah. Stay well.
You too.
And there is our multi-million-dollar elaborate set here at Fiddler's Poorhouse. It's nice to see us open and operating, and business is brisk. The last time Kevin and I were here, it was New Year's Day, and we were kind of lonely, Kevin. The chairs were upside down, and it was just, it felt lonely.
I didn't feel lonely, Lee.
Well, that's because you had me for company.
Yeah, I know, but unfortunately for you, you wish the company was better. Right?
Yeah. Anyway, 149 St. Paul Street in St. Catharines. Thanks to Dave McParian and his staff for letting us be underfoot every couple of weeks here as we head into a new year and a new season at Niagara 411 Live with Lee Sterry. Kevin, let's take a minute out and find out about WeeStream this year. I know that we all kind of we kind of take a breather and dial it back a little bit over the latter part of the year and the beginning of the new year. What's going on with WeeStream now?
Starting to ramp up again and looking at the year ahead. Of course, we're back doing a lot of our municipal work that we do around the region. That has started up again. One thing we're looking forward to, Lee, is it's an election year.
Yes, it is.
So new councils to be elected in October. I don't know the exact date, October 20-something.
Yeah.
We're all going to the polls, which means for you and I, Lee.
We'll be doing it.
Yeah, we'll be doing a live election coverage show right here on Niagara 411. We'll go live with the mandate being only covering the municipalities here in Niagara.
Yeah, because in the past, if you have any recollection of trying to find election results on any election day, be it provincial, federal, whatever, is finding out about your area because the national networks just cycle through things from coast to coast, and it's kind of hard to keep up with what's happening in your own backyard. But that's what Kevin and I do, and it streams on WeeStream and Niagara 411 elsewhere.
It's incredibly frustrating, Lee, when you're sitting at home. If you don't have Niagara 411, what are you tuning in, like CHCH? And they get to Niagara once every, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
They just focus on Hamilton and the GTA and the provincial picture. Meanwhile, we're like, well, who's going to be the mayor of St. Catharines? That's what I want to know.
And radio stations all radio stations used to do wall-to-wall coverage for their communities. That doesn't happen anymore. So we're it. And we're happy to be it, because I think we do a fairly thorough job.
And Lee, if anybody's ever wondering, we do those shows for free.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we do those for free. It's just a community service. And, of course, to help out people like WeeStream.
I didn't know I did it for free, Kevin.
If anybody ever wants to sponsor, hey, you know what? If somebody wants to sponsor those shows, because in the past we've got hundreds of thousands of views on our election coverage. And again, we do it kind of as a service because we have the skill set, we have the equipment, and it's a void that needs to be filled. And we're filling it, so I encourage you to tune in here on election night.
And thing that I wanted to touch on as well when you were talking about sponsorship is, I'll mention this once again, we appreciate Grantham Home Hardware, Niagara Parks, Vera Wellness, Ace Alignment, Verge Insurance for staying there. We have a gap in our sponsorship lineup if you're interested. And just as a point of interest, to kind of give you an idea about the value of delivering your message through this avenue, is we did a really interesting interview and had a really strange half-hour conversation. And I mean strange because there were so many elements to it that almost blew your mind with Sherry Jo, the mother of Joel Mills, who passed away in 2023. And we had a half an hour chat with Shelly Jo. And it is if you haven't had a chance to see it yet, you can find it on the reels in Niagara 411 or on the WeeStream page in YouTube. What I'm trying to get at here is this program reaches well over 100 to 150,000 views every single week, and it does look, through Kevin's expertise as an executive producer, we are back online. So we apologize for any glitch in your service, and however it happened, we know not. But you know, when it comes to technology, just about any damn thing can happen. And you never really know why. But there we are. Welcome back, Kevin. Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back, Lee. Little glitch there. Never had that one happen before. That was a new one.
No, that was a new one. Okay. Where would you like to go from here? There was the fellow's wallet that was stolen from his car.
I think I want to do the crash, because this one was
okay.
You know, you see these guys and they're zipping around.
Oh,
and they're dipping and diving. You know, the weavers when you get on the QEW and they're weaving all over the place.
Yeah,
and
the ones that you want the cops to stop.
Exactly.
Right. You don't mind somebody driving fast, but when they're doing this and they're cutting in front of you, I mean, if you do one little move that they don't know you're going to do, your world blows up and people die. And those are the things that really piss you off, and you want somebody to catch these nut bars that are out there doing that. I don't know what the motivation is. They think they're James Bond or Deadpool or something. I don't know. Anyway, here was the story that we're talking about. We're a little off center there, so we're missing a few words.
Oh, okay, no problem. I'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Anyway, this fellow says, I saw this happen. There was a few cars in front of us. Driver in the sedan was going very fast and passing on inside lanes, passed us and several others, and then slammed into that transport truck trying to make it into the fast lane. Was probably going 140 plus when the truck was maybe doing 100. Can you imagine? Crazy mess of sparks and smoke as the car was pulled and stuck to the transport trailer. Transport driver was amazing at pulling over safely. I hope the transport driver is okay. Car driver amazingly got out of the car with minor visual injuries. The car was a mess.
I mean, look at this, Lee.
Yeah, look at that. I guess the airbag must have saved the driver from further injury, because that's not pretty.
No, and this is just some impatient idiot that's flying by people going
probably with no place to go. Not going anywhere in particular.
In and out of traffic, and just rams himself right into the back of a transport truck.
Not going to any place in particular. Well, you gotta feel for the transport driver. I'm sure he was fine. These guys are professionals. They know what they're doing. So I'm sure that he's fine. It just wrecked his day, though. because now he's got to hang around and do all kinds of paperwork and reports and claims and all kinds of stuff. His customers are probably going to have to wait way too long to get what they were supposed to get that was on his truck. I mean, it just, you don't realize the, pardon the pun, impact that these accidents have on everybody else. So, like, just take a lesson and don't. Do you remember an old advertising campaign? And I think it was about driver safety, and I can't remember the words exactly, but it was something to the effect of, Dick gets in his car every morning and drives fast. Dick doesn't pay any attention to anybody else on the highway, and basically the final line was, don't be a dick. And I think that's what my message is. Don't be a dick. Nobody is impressed by your little fast Mercedes or sports car or a Porsche or whatever it is flying in and out of traffic. Nobody is impressed by you. You're making no impact except for people calling you nasty names. So don't be a dick. Okay.
No,
that's my little
right
rant.
there. So the NRP have thrown this out there, reminding us, Lee, that there are dicks amongst us.
Yes.
And so here's, I guess, what we can do to help protect ourselves.
And you know what? If I were the Niagara Regional Police Service, I would want to say, we shouldn't have to tell people this. We really shouldn't have. This is like telling a 5-year-old what to do before he or she is getting ready to go to bed. Put on your jammies and put on your slippers and brush your teeth and wash behind your ears. And like, we shouldn't have to tell people this like a 5-year-old. The 9 p.m. routine, the cops are calling this. God, why we have to be told this? Lock it, light it, remove it. Oh, that's a nice catchphrase. All right, so here's what they want you to do. And they actually had to post this so that we know how to secure our lives for the evening and overnights here and anywhere. Remove valuables from your car. Who would have thought of that? Lock vehicle doors and windows. Well, I wish I'd thought of that. I know, sarcasm is the cheapest form of humor, right? Sorry. Lock home doors and windows. Now that's something, not so much the doors, but windows. In winter it's not such a big deal because you probably have your windows locked all the time anyway. But it's something that we probably miss a window here and there. All of us from time to time. Oh, I thought I locked that. But that's something that maybe is worth reminding us of. Turn on exterior lights. Now, that might not be something that we do on a regular basis because a lot of us have exterior lights, but well, when we go to bed, we turn them out. Probably not a good idea. Probably a good idea to keep the lights on. And, you know, here's another duh. Bring in bikes, packages, and tools. Ah, darn it, I was going to leave my $2,000 racing bike on the front porch. Damn, I wish I thought of that. Secure gates and garage. Well, if they're not secure, why do you have a gate and a garage? That's the purpose of a gate and a garage, is it not? But apparently some of us forget this. I'm really being disingenuous here, I'm sorry. Set alarms and cameras. Again, if we don't set them, why do we have an alarm and a camera? Jeez, if I'd only thought of that. I have a camera. Why don't I set it up? All right. Sorry.
Now, here's a crazy one, Lee, but you know how times change, technology comes around.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, you know what? I forgot. I'm going to share a video coming up here in a minute, Lee.
Oh, okay. Now where are you going?
But no, what do you do with your wallet?
My wallet?
Yeah, do you always carry it? Because wallets are something now, and you see people get their wallets stolen out of their vehicles.
No,
but
never.
I don't need my wallet to pay for much anymore. I pay it all right here, right? My credit cards are all right here on my phone.
I'm old. It's always in my back pocket.
So as a result, I don't know. I still carry mine around with me, but there's some times where I go into places, and I imagine there's a lot of people out there that just leave it in the truck, leave it in the car. because that's where I need my wallet, right?
Yeah.
I'm always where my vehicle is, so therefore, if I'm where my vehicle is, my wallet's with me if I need it. But I don't really need
That's
it.
not me. My wallet is always on me. I might leave it there by accident if I've had it out for some reason and forget to put it back in my pocket. That's the only exception. But one thing that I started doing that I never, ever, ever did before, and I've started keeping the glove compartment in my car locked. Because one time, many, many, many years ago, our car was broken into on a downtown street in Kingston, Ontario, as a matter of fact. And they rifled through the whole car, including the glove compartment where my insurance is, my ownership is for the car, like the official papers that are related to owning a vehicle are in, as most people are, I think, in the glove compartment. And I was thinking about it, I don't know, a couple of years ago now, and I thought, that doesn't make sense. You've got a glove compartment in your vehicle. It has a lock on it. You have important papers in there, probably. If you're like most people, some people probably not, but most people keep their ownerships and stuff like that in the glove compartment, or your 9mm handgun. No, I'm kidding. And we don't lock it. Well, I've started doing that, and I feel because if they break into my car, my driveway, or they smash a window or something, they're going to get whatever's in the car, but they're not going to be able to get in to the important papers with my address and all that other stuff on it. So it's something I started doing.
That makes sense.
Something I do makes sense. Who knew?
No, it's okay. Do you have any gloves in there, though?
No.
Yeah, no. Me neither.
No.
You should put one in there just for good luck. Lee, here's something that I want to share with you and with others as we kind of get to the waning minutes here of the program.
Yeah.
Always interested in technology and the cutting edge and what's next and what have you. And every year in January, the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Right? And this is, you hearing that?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know where that's coming from.
It's coming from fiddlers. It's not in my ear.
No, I think it's coming from your, it's definitely coming from your
Is
microphone.
it coming from my computer?
It's coming from your microphone.
My microphone.
Yeah, see, if I turn your microphone down, that sound goes away. I don't know.
All right.
All right, we'll just work through it. Anyway, so a Consumer Electronics Show, and you've got Hyundai. Hey, it went away. Hyundai has teamed up with Boston Dynamics, and Boston Dynamics are always the ones that are pushing autonomous robots.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And at CES, they just unveiled their latest and greatest called Atlas. And what is concerning, especially here being a GM town and a manufacturing community,
Right.
at least in our heritage, is that Hyundai is teaming up with them. Why do you think Hyundai is interested in bipedal robots? Because they can equip their entire workforce with these robots, and these robots can actually work a lot better than humans.
Yeah. That's what we're all afraid of.
This freaked me out, Lee. So here they are on the fancy stage. They're doing their... Here we
This
go.
is Vegas?
This is in Vegas,
product
yeah.
strategy at Boston Dynamics. Our vision is a humanoid that is general
Okay, so
purpose.
let's skip... Oh, here you go.
That can go anywhere, understand its surroundings, and manipulate any object. We're starting in industrial environments first. We're building a tool that can drop into your facility as it exists today. It doesn't just do one job, but is flexible enough to evolve as your business changes.
Look at the size of
We've been
it.
working on humanoids for more than a decade at Boston Dynamics, always keeping a close watch on when the missing pieces of technology would fall into place to make it truly commercially viable. The rapid advancements in AI over the past few years are the piece that we needed, and that moment is finally here. Now it's time to officially take Atlas out of the lab.
So look at this guy. This is
The
their
first time
this is
ever
their
in
first
public, ladies and gentlemen.
introduction
Please
into the
welcome
world.
Atlas to the stage.
It's just a week and a half ago.
So as you can see, Atlas really does stand up the way that we show in our videos online. And we get tons of questions about this. Zach, while we have everyone here, do you want to provide a little bit of insight into how we made that decision?
I mean, it's pretty simple. Atlas doesn't have to move like a person does, and we're looking for the most stable, efficient way to get up, and it turns out this is it.
The other question we get all the time is how Atlas is moving. How is is Atlas moving today?
So in normal operation, Atlas is fully autonomous on a job site, but today, Sarvesh, one of our FAEs, is piloting Atlas on the stage, giving it really simple instructions like forwards and backwards, just to keep things simple. This is Atlas's first time in public, and as you can see, its walk is pretty natural and pretty smooth. We've partnered with our sister organization, the Robotics and AI Institute, to push the limits on natural walking just for this performance. And I think we've done something really special.
Double jointed as well.
We've also been at this robotics thing for a while, and we've learned that there's more to it than just copying nature. We can pick the best parts of what nature has to offer and do better in others. So as you can see, Atlas here has joints that can move 360 degrees. This lets Atlas move even more efficiently than humans, particularly in manufacturing environments where every second counts.
Yeah.
We've also designed Atlas's head and face very purposefully. We want folks working with Atlas to know that Atlas is a helpful robot, not a person.
Seeing Atlas live in action for the first time is wildly exciting. But seeing it perform real industrial work is even more compelling. We recently took this robot down to the Hyundai Motor Group Metaplant America to have Atlas test in a real manufacturing facility where we performed autonomous material handling tests.
Atlas has a bit of a swagger
we
to
proved
it,
that humanoids could be viable in a
bit of an
real-world
attitude.
application. And we collected data and learnings that we took back to Boston to make our product even better.
The version of Atlas that you're seeing here is just a research prototype that we've been using for a couple years.
Skip ahead because there's some freaky things here.
Okay.
Oh, there's an ad.
Scary.
So forget that.
It's bloody scary as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, and Lee, just to kind of finish off on that, later on in the presentation, a representative from Hyundai comes forward and talks about kind of some projections and how they're going to have these Atlas robots in a practice facility, kind of a manufacturing facility in 2028 with deployment in 2030. And I'll tell you, humans, we don't stand a chance.
Well,
like in a manufacturing environment, that robot's going to be, well, you heard them. I said where every second matters, and it's going to be way more efficient than humans.
Our brain trusts and educators had better figure out an alternative to humans in the manufacturing and labor forces, because we are going to end up in a very, very difficult situation when it comes to future generations acquiring gainful employment and incomes that can support families and buy houses and buy groceries. It's, the technology is amazing, but it's frightening.
It is. So I showed it to both my children on purpose to say, look, this is the future.
Yeah.
So get used to this stuff because you'll be working and living alongside this.
Yeah, because you're not going to be working in that field.
Right, so they started asking questions, right? And of course, so one I had for my daughter is somebody who's very empathetic. I said, you know what a job might be for you, Ayla, is maybe you're somebody that is almost a social worker for robots and you help families integrate robots into their daily lives. Because people are going to need some help with that, right? The way that people need help with cell phones, they're going to need somebody. There's going to need a professional service to say, look, here's how you coexist with your new robot. They showed in that Boston Dynamics videos of the robot carrying the groceries in while the kids are playing in the front yard.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want a robot sitting at home with the date flashing.
How embarrassing. But yeah, Lee, I forgot about that one.
I have a VHS machine, but I don't know how to use it.
It absolutely blew my mind.
Yeah.
To see and to see that this was the first time that it was unveiled to the world. So, if you hadn't seen that, that's only a week and a half old. And this is the absolute leading edge of humanoid robots.
And the only thing faster than progress is the rate of progress. What took 5 years to develop 10 years ago now takes 5 months or less to develop. And that will only take 5 minutes to develop, as things like the rate of progress is increasing at an astronomical pace. And you combine robotics with AI, and now you have mind-boggling possibilities that, like, as I said, to me it's frightening. I fear for our future generations, my grandkids and their like, where's our economy? Where are the economics? Where's the workforce going?
I'm just glad I don't have to solve that problem, Lee.
Me
Because
too.
I'm right there with you. I'm thinking all those same things.
Me too. Grantham Home Hardware, locally owned, genuinely Canadian. Thank you very much, Jake and Rob, for continuing to be our primary sponsor here in Niagara 411 Live with Lee Sterry as we head toward the end of episode 2 of season 7. Niagara Parks Commission, Vera Wellness, Ace Alignment, Verge Insurance Group. Couldn't do it without you, and we do have, I repeat, one sponsorship spot available, and believe me, it's worth the peanuts that we ask you to pay for the show. Kevin Jack, always a pleasure working with you and Brandon and WeeStream to service Niagara with this program, which we think is incredibly important. And you're actually supporting the importance of that by your views, which have been great. Thank you so much. Nick and Nick's mom at Niagara 411, always appreciate your cooperation and attention and support. And we have an act to play us off the stage, as we usually do, as you look at the wonderful streetscape here on a beautiful January the 14th in downtown St. Catharines. The song is called With You. The artist is Ryan Thomas Smelly. I hope I'm pronouncing that last name right, Ryan Thomas. Enjoy yourself. This video was shot, by the way, at 13th Street Winery in Pelham, St. Catharines. So, St. Catharines / Pelham. Okay. Yeah, so enjoy this, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
If I want to make you everything, I'd always sing a song that's meant for you. If I want to just make you smile, I think that I'll spend some time with you. If I want to take your breath away, I'd always say how good I feel with you. If I want to just be with me, honestly, I give myself to you. It takes a long time to, but I know that I'm so glad that I'm with you. If I want to make the perfect day, then I would lay the day away with you. If I want you just to make you mine, I'll leave behind the bad things we've been through. If you want to just take my name, if it's all the same, I'll leave it up to you. If I want you to be by my side, then I'd confide all I have to you. It takes a long time to, but I know that I'm so glad that I'm with you. if I want to make you everything, but always sing a song that's meant